But there he goes, and I'll tell you what, Max Verstappen right on the tail there of Lewis Hamilton and Sergio Perez too. Perez is looking to try and go down the inside of his teammate. Verstappen goes around the outside of Lewis Hamilton. Has Verstappen got ahead by the time they get to the next corner? They touch. The Mercedes of Hamilton and the Red Bull of Verstappen make contact here at Interlagos. Verstappen's got big damage to his wing, and has Lewis Hamilton got a puncture? A 5-second time penalty for Max Verstappen for causing a collision. Perez is giving it everything, trying to get past Charles Leclerc, goes down the inside. It's imperative for these two that contact is not made. Certainly for Charles Leclerc, who doesn't want to crash out of this race like his teammate did right there, because he would be out of the championship, and that would be the end of his title hopes this season. As out in front, Max Verstappen making his way to yet another victory. Charles Leclerc has given it everything in his defence against Sergio Perez. Max Verstappen has taken the checkered flag to win the Japanese Grand Prix. It's a 12th win of the season for Charles Leclerc. Meanwhile, 12th win of the season for Max Verstappen. Meanwhile, Leclerc goes across the rumble strip. Perez tries to get him on the outside of the final corner. Leclerc comes home to take second place ahead of Sergio Perez.
Yeah, so Leclerc's braked. He's just out-braked himself and gone straight. I personally feel that he's going to have to, well, he's going to lose that position.
He pushed me off. Wow. He came really unsafe.
Charles Leclerc has been given a 5-second time penalty for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. It gives Verstappen a 113-point lead. Because the race resumed after a red flag, full points could be awarded. Leclerc leads, Carlos Sainz pulls out to the inside and overtakes Max Verstappen, and it's a Ferrari 1-2 here in Bahrain as Carlos Sainz moves up into second place.
It's going on with the battery.
Battery fine.
No, it's not. What the fuck is this?
We can see the issue, Max. It's not battery related.
Well, what do you want me to do?
There's not a lot we can do.
And will Verstappen now be passed by his teammate Sergio Perez? Yes, he has been. And he's been passed by Hamilton, and he's been passed by Russell. And this, for the world champion, is certainly not the start he was anticipating. Max Verstappen is out of the race. And can he get close enough to Sergio Perez? Not on this occasion. You can see the bumps and the porpoising there that is just unsettling the car into that first braking zone, and Perez has been spun round. Sergio Perez has lost it on turn 2. And Red Bull, who were looking at a decent points finish here in the last couple of laps, have not only retired from the race but seen their other driver tumble out of the points. This is incredible. And it was just under traction.
I love King Engine.
And Schumacher says thank you very much, I'll take 12th place. And mighty compromise now as Fernando Alonso goes off the track. That's a high-speed crash, and he's made contact with Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin. That is a big moment down the back straight, and we've got another safety car coming here at Austin. Let's have a look and see what happened here. Go. Very airborne. He goes to the left, and Lance Stroll moves to the left, Martin, to try and block Fernando Alonso, to try and stop the pass. That's when the contact is made.
Now, Fernando will say there was a little jink to the left, just as he was making the move. Yeah.
I crashed.
Okay, Lance, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Is the track dry enough for Carlos Sainz to pit, come out on the dry tyres?
Stay out.
That's Leclerc. They're double stacking down at Ferrari. Charles Leclerc, who was leading this race comfortably, came in for intermediate tyres and has had to make a second pit stop.
And box now, box for hard. Stay out. Tire position 5.
Leclerc is not happy about that pit stop.
Yeah, Sainz is ahead of him.
Fernando Alonso, and there's the two Aston Martins squabbling, and behind Fernando Alonso, it's his old teammate Lewis Hamilton. Here comes Hamilton into the Lecombe chicane, and they make contact! Hamilton rises up into the air, he's made contact with Fernando Alonso. George Russell goes through, there's the Aston Martin of Lance Stroll onto the gravel, and that was Alonso and Hamilton getting too close together, tangling, but they both managed to carry on.
It looks to me as if Lewis comes in and pinches him a little bit. Yeah, that's not Fernando's fault.
What an idiot, closing the door from the outside. We had a mega start, but this guy only knows how to drive starting first.
And for Lewis Hamilton, major disappointment. He was down, very down after qualifying yesterday. He's down and out here at Spa. So here he goes, Verstappen on Sergio Perez, down the inside. Perez fights it with one hand tied behind his back a little bit. He wasn't going to put up too much defence.
Max, if we don't pass Fernando on the exit 12, can we let Checo through, please? Let Checo back through. Don't worry about the DRS, Max. Let Checo through. Let Checo through. Max, let Checo through, please. Max, what happened?
I told you already last time. I need the guys to ask that again to me. Okay? I gave my reasons, and I stand by it.
It's Max let through.
Yeah. Thank you for that, guys. Thank you.
I'm sorry about that, Checo.
We'll debrief everything afterwards.
Yeah, it shows who he really is.
Your overall loss is about 28 seconds. That's why it was so critical to get past Norris so he could push in clean air. And who's that gone off?
Leclerc.
And look after these tires.
Charles Leclerc is out of the race. And for the third time this season, Charles Leclerc, when leading a race, won't go on to finish it.
He's gone in hard. I'm surprised he wasn't able to reverse out, actually. He's obviously been stuck under the tyres.
Well, it's like you're on ice at this stage. There's no way he's going to stop that.
Are you okay?
I cannot put throttle.
Is it another throttle pedal issue for Charles Leclerc?
Now it's 0%.
It's lights out and away we go. Sainz gets away well, as does Lando Norris, as does Lewis Hamilton, who's already ahead of Charles Leclerc, and Max Verstappen into Abbey takes the lead ahead of Carlos Sainz, and at the back that's George Russell out of this race, who's finished in the top 5 in every race this season, but he's out by the time they get to turn 1. Off the track there goes Charles Leclerc, and the red flag has now come out to make racing redundant.
So certainly something in the background went into the gravel upside down.
There's the initial content. That's where the car then is upside down onto the gravel, and then it flips.
Yeah, so whether George got a little tap on his right-hand side, I don't know, but...
That gets the tap, nothing he can do, sent into the barriers. Qualifying, and we've got a red flag as well.
Okay, Kev.
What position are we?
You're P1, mate.
You're kidding.
I am not kidding.
You're kidding. You're kidding me. I've never, ever felt like this in my life, guys.
It's not over.
Don't celebrate yet. Don't celebrate yet. Come on.
It's not over yet, Kev.
We've got a green light, we're off and running again, guys.
But he's on intermediates, Ted. No chance of doing a 1:11.6 on intermediates. They were doing 18s and 19s in the beginning of Q1.
Kevin Magnussen, who thought he was out of Formula 1 until he got the call up to come back, and to come back to Haas, well, a fairy tale has absolutely happened for him here today, and Kevin Magnussen will be on pole position for the sprint race. Nobody is going to take that away from him, and neither should they. Well done all.